Hello, this is Kevin Casteels, also known as Alterus, reporting to you for Scene World. Today I'm going to be talking to you about the latest in Commodore 64 telecommunications hardware. We are going to be reviewing the Wi-Fi modem for the Commodore 64. Now, this is a prototype unit put together by Schema from the Toronto Pet Users Group, and this is number 32. So we're going to go through its paces. The official versions are going to start selling soon, but this is a prototype to see how it works, and it works very well. We're going to be looking a little bit at the hardware itself and also what you can do with it. So the modem itself consists of a couple main parts. The main part, or two main parts, are a Wi-Fi module and a little computer here called a MicroView. It's an Arduino Uno. There was actually a Kickstarter campaign recently to fund this, and it was successful. It's a pretty neat little thing. It's an actual mini computer with a built-in screen. You can program it with a USB programmer, MicroView, and it fits nicely into the modem itself. Just plugs in just like that. There we are. This is what controls the terminal software that's built in by default, and which we'll have a look at in a bit. And the second main part is the Wi-Fi module. It's got some of its own smarts. You can connect to it directly and control your internet access, although it is a bit cryptic typing in the commands, so that's why the MicroView is here, to make your life a little bit easier. I found there's a UART chip on the bottom here, and this handles the actual RS-232 communications. And on the board itself, we have some buttons. This is a reset button, so you can actually reset your computer with this. This button right here resets the MicroView. This button right here resets the Wi-Fi module, in case it doesn't go right. We also have some jumpers. There's a jumper right here, which enables us to bypass the 9600 baud modification on this thing. So without this, the modem will work with the maximum speed of 2400 baud. As soon as we add this little thing, it enables us to run at 9600 baud. There we are. Pop that back in, and we're good to go. Okay, so this unit is powered by the Commodore 64 itself, so it's very nice. It's got some legs in the back. This is what it looks like. The actual circuit board that it's printed on is very thick, so it's a very sturdy little device. I was a bit worried when I first got it that it would be a bit flimsy, but no, it's thick, so it feels pretty sturdy. So to put it into the actual computer, we first power it off. Make sure it's off. Then just a matter of popping it into the user port here at the back. Just fits into nicely. There we go. Then we fire up the machine. Okay. Let's have a closer look here. So you can see So you can see that there's two different flashing lights here. There's a red light alternating with a green light. What that signifies is that it's not connected to a network. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to load up a terminal program, and we're going to connect to a Wi-Fi network and see what happens. Okay, so go back here. What we'll do is we'll use their trusty 1541 Ultimate. We'll load up a terminal program. I'm a fan of Z-term myself. Let's load this guy up. There we go, we're into Z-term. So, what we'd like to do now is connect to the actual network itself. So, we will go to the actual terminal. On the Wi-Fi modem, I will hit the reset button on the micro view, and that will bring up a prompt in the actual terminal software. I'll remind you, this is a very alpha version of the firmware. It works well. I've had it since version 0. We're on version 0.4 right now. 0.04, I should say. And it's come a long way. Basically, right now, it's a very usable system. But there's a lot of room for improvement, and because it is based on the Arduino Uno platform, this can come a long way. So this can be developed into something really great. Right now it works well though. There's some bugs in it, but so what we can do now is we're going to enter into the configuration. And when we're in the configuration, I'm going to change my SSD. So I'm going to connect to a different network. I'm going to connect to the WPA network. And one thing that's a bit strange about this is that it asks for the passphrase first. So I'll put that in. And then it asks for the name of the network. It should be the other way around, but that's okay. Okay, so now I've connected to that. Now we'll have a look at the modem, and you can see that now it is blinking green. It's not blinking red anymore, so that means we're actually connected to the network, so it was successful. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to return to the configuration menu, return to the main menu, and, return to the main menu. There we are. So now what I can do is I can actually telnet to a BBS. So let's try telnetting to Particles BBS. As I said, there's about 30 BBSs online right now, Commodore BBSs. So we will dial in, or telnet in, I should say. I might add that I am connected to the hotspot on my actual mobile phone. So I can take this absolutely everywhere, as you will see later. Here we're dialing up Particles. Connecting. There we go, we're on, just like that. First try. Let's accept Commodore graphics. I would like 40 column. There we go. Particles BBS at 2400 baud. Type in my name, Alterus, password, and we're good to go. As you can see, while it's doing this, the actual modem itself is displaying information about the connection. So it says connected to Particles BBS, .dinedns.org, and that's nice because we'll know if something's wrong with your terminal software. You'll at least know on the modem that it's connected. So I'm just going to log off of this. Off. There we go. Call back soon. Okay, so we just tiled up a BBS there. Worked very well. Another thing that this modem can do is connect by default to a Commodore Server. From there you can net boot games, programs of any sort. There's also a chat that you can go into, chatting program. They have some online games which you can play multiplayer. So to do that, you go into the configuration and you go to your auto start options, and I can select Commodore Server. So Commodore Server is now selected. Return to the main menu. There we go, we're good to go. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to restart the system. So I'm going to use the restart button on the actual modem. And there, we're restarting the Commodore. So I'm back into the main menu here. And I'm going to load up the Commodore Server. Restart the modem. And I'm going to load my virtual 1541 drive here. Basically, this allows me to connect, load software as if it was loading from a disk drive, but through port 2 or device 2. By default, a 1541 drive is device number 8. And so when you want to load a program, it will expect, generally to be coming either from cassette or from the 1541 on device 8. But with this software here, we can load things through device 2. So I'm going to load the first guy on the disk here, and away we go. So as you can see, my modem has connected to CommodoreServer.com. So I'll just issue the commands to get online here. So I will see. And then I go, so I'm going to load up the chat program. Okay, that didn't work. All right, new. So I'm loading off of the actual, let's try this again. I'm going to load it directly off the internet here. So as you can see, I put (8), (1), but we don't want that. We want to put (2), because I'm loading it from the internet. So there we go. And there you go. My program is being loaded through Wi-Fi. Not incredibly fast, but when it's done, we will be in a chat program. We'll be able to communicate with other people in real time. Not only does the Commodore Server chat allow me to connect with other people that are using the chat program, I can also go on to IRC. So I can go to Internet Relay Chat, go into C64 Friends, and chat with people there. So that's pretty cool. Let's let this finish up. And while it does, there's nothing better to do when you're hanging out in the Commodore shack here. Have some local brew. Oh, here. So as you can see, I am using a 1541 Ultimate along with this Wi-Fi modem. And I can tell you, it makes a very nice compact pairing. When the modem actually does come out to the public, it's supposed to be on a green or on a black motherboard or black circuit board. Right now it's on a green one, but the ones that will actually be sold to the public are on a black one. So here we are. We are loaded up. And I'm going to run the program. There we are, loaded off the internet. Wonderful. Into a chat, just like that. All right. Okay, so you've seen a little bit about what the hardware can do. Not only can it connect to BBS's and Commodore Server, it can also connect to Q-Link Reloaded. It can also connect to other Unix machines, Linux machines, such as SDF.org. You get a free Telend account there. I regularly connect to that and check my email. You can browse the internet using different text-based browsers such as Lynx, which aren't very pretty or easy, but you can actually browse the web using your C64. So you might ask yourself, why should you go and get something like this? I mean, sure, it's cool, you can connect to the internet and all that stuff, but to be fair, you can also do that using a null modem. For 15 bucks, you can build yourself a StrikeLink cable. You can hook it up to your computer, your PC, be it a Linux, Mac, or Windows machine, and you're online. Well, the problem with that is that it's not that portable. And if you are crazy enough to do what I did and get yourself a Wi-Fi modem and a 1541 Ultimate, you can do something that has only been dreamed of up until now, and that's go to internet cafes with your Commodore 64. So let's just see how that turns out. back.